We now return to Kaiserpunk, Chapter 2, The Calm Before the Storm. With their first objective completed, the governor and his men enjoy their newfound peace, a hidden oasis that brings life to this war-ridden land. Just like in a fairy tale. But fairy tales are, unfortunately, fairy tales. Sweet and short-lived. Okay, sound, again. Yeah. Alright, Governor, are you safe? Okay, so we got attacked. It's still got the terrible layout that I have done here. Might actually be better if I just go back to the main menu and take up from tutorial part 2, because then it generates a city that is not a mess like this, but whatever. We'll be fine. Okay. So now we get into the grand strategy combat part of this. In Kaiserpunk, the world is divided into 100 distinct regions, each with its natural resources that can be exploited for your home region. To access the world, you click on the world map icon, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, world map movement, blah, blah, blah. Same movement as the other stuff. I don't know, again, why do games do that? We've had the same camera controls in games for 25 years now. Okay. So, anyway, training. Army units do not fall from the skies or magically appear in Kaiserpunk. In order to field an army, you have to establish a military base that will grant you one army. You'll be able to field a world map. Army types. There are 3 different types: aviation, navy, and ground. A battalion is represented by an army card. I should probably pause this. On the world map, each battalion can host 8 different units. For example, you could create an entire infantry battalion, or you could go with artillery and tanks and make combined arms. Naturally, the army can fight with sticks and stones, but in the 20th century, it's unadvisable to let them do that. To properly arm your men, you need to secure a production chain of resources associated with the military. If you do not have the required resources to supply the army, quality will drop, and that will incur penalties. Okay. So, it popped me out here just to tell me we need to pop back in and start building military. So, here we go. We need a military base, which requires a lot of resources. We'll go ahead and just build that. Yeah, what the hell? Just put it right here. Okay. Let go. So we got 4 units, and then we need to deploy. So then we'll deploy them here. This. Deploy, there you go. It'll take a day of in-game time. Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. So it's the full world map, and when you do play your own game, you can pick anywhere here to start. Unfortunately, graphically, your culture does not change. Yeah, you can change the tanks to look like Ally or Axis, the planes and stuff, but like I decided to start in Japan and do like the whole East Asia Greater Prosperity Sphere thing. And everything was the same European look. It's weird, but you know, they can always update the game. I guess. Excellent news. Our army is marching towards its destination. Right. We're being attacked by rebels here, I guess. There. That's how you do it. Awkward controls. You're victorious, hooray. Guess they're not rebels, they're independent West Balkans. Enemies attacked our troops, but they made a grave mistake. Okay. So, before we march on, we need to reinforce the units, which takes time. You can see there are dots in the water here. I think later on we'll get ships. And annoyingly, your ships have to stop and replenish and reinforce at every dot. kind of obnoxious. Well, this is apparently going to take forever. What the hell are they doing?
Loud and clear.
It's unfortunately not telling me when they're going to be done. Army cooldown. You should take into consideration your men aren't machines. They require rest after being spurred to action. The rest period is Oh, we are going. We are going, right? Yeah. Okay. Blah blah blah. All right. Okay, we've changed the tutorial. Whatever. It's all basic stuff. You just gotta follow this. Basically, though, what it wants me to do. Start making weapons for what will be tanks, I think. Okay. So we need an iron mine. Not an iron deposit. That is not an iron deposit. It's coal. It's zinc. Ah, this is the one. No depot nearby. Also need a coal mine. Let's see, can I put on that? There? Didn't mean to do that. Okay, resources from the deposit will be crucial for sophisticated production. Good, good. Drop it. What are you doing? Drop it down. And we don't have a depot up here, so we gotta do the same damn thing. Let go! And finally a copper mine. Serendipitous. Well, you know. There. Kind of pointless having two of those together, but whatever. What's your problem? Insufficient workforce. Oh, by a lot. By a hell of a lot, actually. Alright. Need to do 80 laborers there. Right, now we need a smelter. We need two, in fact. Ooh. Well, I mean, I guess just having it nearby this is enough. We're out. We're out of plywood. You know what? I can't see why we need lumber at the moment. In fact, let's go to this. Even using it. How much do we have? Lumber, 504. Yeah, I don't think we need that. So we're going to go ahead and come into this one here. I'm going to switch that back to plywood. We're also low on electricity. And now we just wait. And there's no substation either. Boy. Oh. Fine, whatever. We'll just make a damn mess. I don't care. We turn one of these to brass. Okay, furnaces are making stuff. We need a manufacturer's house now. Because why? that is laborers. So it must be for the next thing that requires those. But we're out of damn plywood again. No water tower nearby. Insufficient water. How the hell is that possible? 283? That doesn't make any damn sense to me. Insufficient workforce. Aye. Not enough plywood either. So obviously I could fix that, now that I got the workforce, by making more. Let's see. How's our wood use? +4. So, since it takes 4 to make the plywood, I could build another one of those, make that go faster. It's fast enough, I guess. How far away can we be on that? Okay. Master. There really needs to be another speed setting. Alright. Now we got factory workers. Again with the plywood manufacturers. Okay, I am done with that. One more lumber yard, please. But you still need freaking plywood. Are we... Hold on. Oh, you know what? Let's not do this anymore. Stop selling. Not that it was selling them anyway, because I was well under the 300 threshold there, but still. Then we should be tapped out once that starts taking over there. Right now, nobody is taking to it, however. There. So yeah, now that one is done. And I do have plenty of people that I could still add that all together for. But let's not. Okay, 50 manufacturers. We have 150, okay. We'll just... They do require the electricity, though. So, I do one like that, and one like that. What are you missing? There. And we're out of electricity. So we'll just put one right there. Won't, because I'm out of goddamn plywood. And we need to set one of these to making guns. Click on that, please. Oh. I don't think the tutorial covers it, but there are upgrades we can do here. Let me see. Transporter trucks, +1. I can't do that because I haven't unlocked it. We can lower the workforce. Yeah. Well, that's what we want. Unfortunately, I can't have it yet. A munitions factory. Outside my electricity range. What if I did something like that? Okay. We have one more factory we need, which is going to require 75 manufacturers, so we should probably build some houses first. This gives me 30 manufacturers. Cutscene here. Okay, during our retreat we passed an abandoned military depot with heavy equipment. It might be a long shot, but we could send our guys to see if there's anything useful. Yeah. Okay. Was there something useful here? Repaired building. Way out here. Nope. Give that a shot, I guess. No longer have the people required, but they'll come back. Construct a building vehicle factory. I think I may need to put another... It doesn't need to be close by. Put it somewhere. Put it somewhere else. Build a tank. Okay, tanks are assembled. Okay, hold on. I need to actually make one, though. Infantry tank. For one. Okay, and it just took it. All. A lot of stuff I could still repair down here and set up a new town, but again, we need the technicians. I'm gonna wait until this is done. Gaming production queue is empty. Train army units. 1. Deploy army units. Well, we need it. What the hell is going on here? Oh. That's not where you train these things. There. Tank. Tenements. High rise is a little grandiose for a 3-story building. Anytime today. I think that's another complaint I have about the game, is that it takes too damn long. We are going at 3 times speed, and it's too damn long. But I guess it's understandable, because when we are released from the tutorial, the computer will be producing its own units and whatever, and conquering the world outside of this as part of the whole grand strategy side of things. So you don't want it getting away from you too quickly, I suppose. Alright, trained. And now, just because it's trained doesn't mean it's ready. We gotta deploy, not garrison. Right, this damn card. Deploy. Interface really is kind of all over. What's it doing?
Go ahead.
I guess it doesn't go when you've got it selected. People's luxuries are low. Oh, well, that's just those guys. Not necessary for the tutorial.
Loud and clear.
8 hours. Okay. Tank is ready.
Stand by. Affirmative.
Hooray. And we move along. Yay. So, now to make this a little bit less angry, we then need to add a propaganda bureau. So, resources and populace in conquered regions. Once you conquer a region, you'll notice the citizens and resources available in the region panel. Those citizens will migrate to your city, and resources will be extracted properly if you can maintain positive stability. However, failure to do so will result in decreased income from regions, and eventually instability will peak, leading to full-scale rebellion. Stability. The world's already unstable, so it's up to you to handle the stability within the regions you control. Stability in the region denotes obedience and an all-around feeling about your government. If it's at maximum, you'll reap benefits such as undisputed resource flow and army transportation. However, if stability is low, the region will suffer from a lack of resource transportation. Okay, Chapter 3. Well, I guess we'll just end this one here and pick this up next time.